You're listening to When Liberty Remembers, the Republic Emerges, a series for the ones who can feel the shift, the ones who know something is wrong but can't always name it. This is where the forgotten architecture of freedom is revealed. One truth, one gate, one awakening at a time. Season 5, Episode 8, The Restoration of the Sovereign Self. Before a nation can reclaim its liberty, an individual must reclaim their self. Not the ego self. That one is loud, needy, defensive, easily intimidated, and always looking outward for permission. I am speaking of the sovereign self, the one that existed before the fracture, the one reborn through the ashes, the one the second birth restores. Most people believe sovereignty is a legal status, a political stance, a refusal to comply, a set of documents, rights, or strategies. But those are merely the shadows of sovereignty, echoes cast on the wall by a deeper truth. Sovereignty is an internal condition before it is an external reality. A sovereign individual is not someone who knows how to fight the system. It is someone whom the system cannot fracture. This episode marks the pivot from spiritual remembering to embodied authority. Because the Republic will not emerge through awakened ideas alone. It emerges through awakened people. The sovereign self is characterized by 5 pillars. 1. Internal coherence, a unified mind. No hidden war within. Thoughts, emotions, values, and actions walking in the same direction. You cannot govern yourself if you are divided against yourself. Internal coherence is the first hallmark of a free human being. 2. A stable center. Most people live reactive lives. They shift with external pressures, bend to other people's expectations, and break under the weight of disapproval. The sovereign self does not move from external pressure, but from internal truth. When the center is stable, no empire, internal or external, can force allegiance. 3. Non-negotiable dignity. Not defiance, not arrogance, dignity. The quiet, unmoving recognition that you cannot be owned, you cannot be bought, you cannot be reduced, you cannot be shamed back into silence. Dignity is the armor of unity consciousness. 4. Responsibility is power. The ego spends its life blaming. Christ consciousness spends its life choosing. Responsibility is not burden, it is jurisdiction. To accept responsibility is to reclaim your authority over your choices, your responses, your becoming. This is where external tyranny loses its foothold. 5. Self-governance. Every empire that has ever risen has done so on the backs of people who did not know how to govern themselves. Every true republic depends on citizens who can. Self-governance is the completion of internal sovereignty, the ability to regulate your own emotions, make decisions from clarity instead of fear, maintain alignment under stress, and hold to truth even when the world demands a lie. These 5 pillars make the sovereign self the most powerful force on earth. Not because it dominates, but because it cannot be dominated. The ego collapses under pressure. The sovereign self becomes a diamond. This is why the Republic begins with people like this. Individuals who have walked through the ashes, claimed their second birth, and remembered their original wholeness. Because the Republic is not merely a political structure, it is a consciousness structure, a living field of individuals who cannot be separated from themselves and therefore cannot be easily separated from truth, from liberty, or from one another. A sovereign people will always create a sovereign nation. A fractured people will always create a fractured one. And so episode 8 serves as the image of the hinge of the entire season. The bridge between inner transformation and societal reclamation. The Republic emerges not from revolution, but from reunion. Not from rebellion, but from restoration. Not from force, but from sovereignty. This, Phoenix, is the architecture beneath your arc and the blueprint between the nation's birth. Beneath the nation's birth. This has been another chapter of When Liberty Remembers. If this stirred something in you, if you felt the door open, good. I'm glad you're here, even though I have the giggles now because I messed up earlier. The Republic is waking, and those who listen. Join us for the next episode and steep deeper into the architecture of your own sovereignty. Let me just take a minute and apologize. I may or may not re-record this one, and if I don't, sorry. But I am human. I make mistakes. I am no robot. I am not AI. I am just out here trying to do what my heart is led to do, and this is where I am. And I'm glad you're along for the ride because thus far, it has been amazing. I have enjoyed every minute of everything I've done up to this point, and I'm sure that I will continue with anything else that I put out there. Hopefully you'll stay around. Hopefully you'll start communicating with me. Start talking to me. Communicate or comment. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. I want to know. I do. We need to get through this together. It's probably the only way we're really going to get through it. I've been through highs. I've been through lows. I've been through things I didn't understand. So very much of this entire podcast, everything that's been out here, the whole When Liberty Remembers, the Republic Emerges, I've been through most of it. I've actually lived a lot of it. Thanks for being here. Hit all the buttons like share, subscribe, share widely, comment again. Throw a tip in the jar if you're willing, or buy me a coffee. I guess it is actually. Thank you. Have a good one.